Welcome back to Access Daily. It's time to look at the biggest new true crime stories of the week. First up, everyone remembers Tiger King, of course, the shocking documentary series about Joe Exotic, a gun-toting big cat sanctuary owner, thought he'd never financially recover. He was convicted hiring a man to murder his rival, Carol Baskins. And after being sentenced to 21 years in prison, he's now hired a new attorney, and he's asking for yet another presidential pardon.
Well, join us now to talk about how this could all go down. As trial attorney at NBC News legal analyst Misty Marris is with us in studio today.
So, Misty, just to remind everyone again about Joe Exotic and how he ended up in prison in the first place.
Yeah, so this was a wildly popular documentary. We had Joe Exotic, Big Cat Park in Oklahoma, and he was really not shy about really testing the limits of the law, and he was quite a character, if you remember.
I loved his music videos.
Oh,
his music videos are wild, where he didn't sing. He didn't sing, which was the wildest part.
He didn't sing, but no, he was an entertainer, to say the least. So then we also met his rival, Carol Baskin.
That's right.
Now, she owned an animal sanctuary, and she was trying to shut Joe Exotic down. She thought this park was illegal, animal abuse. She even got a $1 million judgment against him. So needless to say, he's not a fan of her.
No.
And he took that to the extreme by engaging in a murder-for-hire plot. First, he tried to hire his employee. Then, he tried to hire an undercover FBI agent who was posing as a potential hitman.
That's tough.
That was on a wire, so that was all recorded. Ultimately, he ends up in court. He's convicted of the murder-for-hire plot with 17 other wildlife-related federal crimes, serving a 21-year sentence. He's appealing it. Every avenue that he can use, he's trying to appeal it, and he still proclaims his innocence.
So now he wants the presidential pardon, which we've seen others get. We saw the Chrisleys. How do we see this going down?
Well, he applied for the pardon, 200-plus page application back in 2020. He didn't end up on that list in 2021, the president's pardon list, but he's making his application through his lawyers and social media, and that kicked up a notch. When the Chrisleys got pardoned in May this year, he really took online, commenting on every post, every Instagram, why them and not me? So he's still trying. And listen, the president has broad power, could swoop in at any time, but he also could have done it at any stage along the way. He's got 15 years left on his sentence now. I think we'll be hearing from him on social media, to say the least.
15 years. He's got a minute. He's got a lot of time to think right there.
My gosh.
Meanwhile, there's a new podcast from Dateline hosted by our favorite voice of true crime, Keith Morris, and he's covering the mysterious case of Cari Farver. Now, she's a woman who seemingly vanished into thin air, only for the man she was seeing to start receiving threats from someone claiming to be Cari.
Misty, this sounds like a good one right here. Break down all the details of the case for us.
Yeah, so this is a twisty love triangle, but the question is it a love triangle at all? So we have Dave Krupa. He's recently out of a very long-term relationship. Goes online on a dating app, meets this woman, Liz. They start a relationship. He tells her, I'm not really interested in anything serious. She says that's fine. Well, then he ends up meeting Cari Farver. He meets her in person. They have an instant spark, and they start dating. One day, Cari is leaving Dave's house, and she sees this woman in the hallway who says that she's just coming to pick something up from Dave. Well, after that, Cari vanishes. She's never seen again.
Liz.
Yep, and so the next thing you know, Liz and Dave pick up a relationship months later, but then Dave starts receiving threatening, harassing messages, all from Cari. Well, then Liz starts receiving them too. Those online threats become action when Liz's house is burned down.
What is going on?
So the question is, where's Cari? And this is where the podcast picks up. The digital search for Cari. Is she the one sending the messages, or was it someone else?
Yeah, because that's the thing. The case happened back in 2012, so I'm assuming we're going to be learning a lot of stuff in this new podcast.
Yeah, well, so this is a case of a really strange and terrifying events that went down, leading to a mind-blowing twist. And Keith Morrison is going to bring us through the only way Keith Morrison can do, which is every detail, every fact, exclusive interviews. So we're going to learn a lot about this case that's not already out there.
Is it solved in the end?
It is solved in the end. We're going to know what happens. We've got stalking, we've got arson, we've got murder, and we've got somebody behind bars.
Oh, so we've got a little fatal attraction motive going on
Y'all,
right here.
that love triangle never works out.
Fatal attractions. Ooh, I like it. The first 2 episodes of Something About Cari will be available on December 2nd with new episodes every Tuesday and Thursday wherever you get your podcast.
Great job,
Thank you so much,
Thanks,
Misty.
love you.
Nice.
Wow, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's going to be something.
Oh,
it
my
is
gosh.
a wild case.
Wow. What about Joe? Is Joe going to get out?
No.